So this is how I made Annie and Clarabel. Or not how I made. This is just showcasing them. Start with Annie. So Annie's just a triang suburban, which I got for £2, and then some new Bachman bogies, which I got for £30. So majority of the money spent on these two was spent on the bogies because they were £30 each. So that was £60 in total. Whereas I got Clarabel for nothing. I got Annie for £2. Yeah, they don't have interiors yet. That's something that I do want to add in the future because you can just kind of see along the whole thing. I've painted the frames on the step along the bottom, that same Humbrol 33 as Daisy and Henrietta and all that. The roofs are Halford's, it's a dark grey, I don't know the name of it, but then weathered and then matte varnish. The names, if it focuses, those are decals from Railway Mania, which were fun to apply. Clarabel is my favourite of the two because she worked. Annie, you can see the paint on this end is all really blobby and some of the details gone, like here. That's because she's just got a war wound around here. That's because I sprayed them and everything was going well, and then when painting the grey bit along the bottom, I accidentally got grey paint on this end here, and I thought, oh, that's fine, I'll just respray it. So I masked along here for whatever reason, just to protect that bit of the body. Masked it to protect that bit of the body for whatever reason, even though this is orange, and so when I'm spraying it orange, it wouldn't matter if that got orange on it. But anyway, masked it off, sprayed it, which is why it looks all blobby and horrible, and you can see the different layers of the paint. Took the masking tape off to reveal that the paint had not dried, and I had just pulled a massive chunk. It like melted the plastic and stuff. It pulled a big chunk out, and I was panicking. So I'm in at it with scalpels and sanding sticks, like nail files and all that. And it's just making it worse. So then I took it upstairs and I washed it in the sink, which just took a massive chunk of paint off here. It ate through the orange, it ate through the primer, and it ate through the original black acrylic that the previous owner had used to paint the ends. And I was freaking out. I was going to try and paint strip it entirely, but I didn't want to risk anything else happening. So she still has it. This is her bad side, because there's like a massive crack in the roof up there. The gloss varnish all pulled at the bottom, which actually happened in both of them. So I was going to add the numbers 255 and 333. I might do that someday, but this is the good side. Also, this is the front, because I realised I had a door in the middle, so I was going to have to offset the name slightly. So that's the end where her face would be, but I'm not advocating it. So I chose to put her name to that end, and Clarabel has it closer to her guard's compartment. Speaking of Clarabel, she's basically the same as Annie, except I didn't mess up with the bit on the side. She's perfect all around, and I love her. I cut, for some reason the roof had bits of plastic that covered the windows. I cut them out and I added glazing. I don't know if you can see the glazing. It is there. She's got a guard. She, like Annie, has no interior, but I do want to add one in the future. The focus, please. The door handles were all done with a paint pen, a gold one. This chassis, or this little undercarriage bit here, this is the only bit that's been weathered. That and the roof. I like the weathering on this. On the roof, at least. I'm too scared to weather the bodies at the moment. I'm also not sure what will happen if I use weathering powders over the decals. But yeah. That's it for Annie and Clarabel, really.